Hey guys, welcome back to Anime Inquisition. If it's your first time, welcome to Anime Inquisition. I'm Sive, and today I'm doing another One Piece video, and I'll be talking about the parallels and the relationship between my man Kaido and my man Oden. So, guys, I will talk about the fight that happened in chapter 970 and who I think should have won that fight if it was an all-out brawl and there was no distractions, there was no old hag, there was no guy transforming into Momonosuke, if there was no nuances to the battle, who I think should have won. I will talk about that, but right at the end, because this video is just focused on the parallels of Kaido and Oden and somewhat of similarities they have, awkward similarities though. So let me go on straight to the meat and potatoes of today. So the first parallel or similarity these two have in common is the fact that they were both under the captaincy of somebody with the will of D. Odin obviously having Raja, and Kaido obviously having Zebek. And later on, them ending up inheriting that will they got from these two. Obviously, hear me out, relax. It's not like how Blackbeard inherited Zebek's will, and it's also not like how Luffy inherited Roger's will. But nonetheless, they both did. For me to explain this further, look at how Kaido has a meritocracy in his crew. Zebek was all about strength, was all about toppling the world government. Kaido is on the same path by wanting the world's strongest crew to do something. Not really topple the world government, but to have the world's greatest war. And when we talk about Odin in Roger's sense, Roger just wanted to be free. And Odin, when he came back from his trips to Wano, the first thing he wanted to do was open up Wano for the world. Open up Wano so the people inside Wano can travel the world. Open up Wano so that the people that are going to come later on the stage to fight the world government can be welcomed by the land of Wano. Obviously, those people being Luffy and Kid and Law. So, the second parallel or similarity these two guys have is the fact that they both had Whitebeard as a senpai once upon a time in their lives. To emphasize upon this, I'll first start off with Odin, the easier one. Odin was part of the Whitebeard Pirates and was the vice captain of Whitebeard, and Whitebeard obviously being the captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. So automatically that shows who's superior. That was Whitebeard, and hence Whitebeard was Odin's senpai. Now, when we go and look at Kaido's side, Kaido was in Rock's ship as an apprentice, while Whitebeard was in Rock's ship as an actual pirate. Now, I don't know if you guys understand the dynamics of who has the higher authority between somebody who is just an apprentice, like a cabin boy, and an actual pirate. So Whitebeard had obviously the higher authority than Kaido due to the fact Kaido was just like Shanks and Blackbeard back in the day. So that also automatically makes Whitebeard Kaido's senior. So hence why I say both of them share that similarity, that both of them were under Whitebeard one way or the other, not cleanly so with both of them, but they share that as well. So the third point is both of them had meritocracies. Before you guys kill me, once again, I'll say relax, be chilled, and listen. Let me first explain what a meritocracy is. A meritocracy is the strongest rises to power, the strongest survives. So, with Oden's crew, or Oden's scabbards, or Oden's vessels, they all wanted to become the strongest so they can stand next to Oden. Obviously, they were doing it out of love. Obviously, they were doing it like because they wanted to do it. But nonetheless, that also qualifies as a meritocracy. Although Oden didn't even know that it was a thing and that was going on because they were doing it in secret. Hence, they wanted to learn real on their own without Oden knowing it. While on Kaido's side, Kaido forces his subordinates to be stronger so that his crew can become stronger. We see this by Kaido showing no care whatsoever and telling this Flying Six that if they win, if they find Yamato, their prize is they get to fight one of the All-Stars. And if they do win that fight, they actually become one of the All-Stars. So in those dynamics, you can see that both crews were somewhat of a meritocracy. And although it was a different type of meritocracy, it was it nonetheless. The fourth point / similarity these two have is the fact that both of them, and I mean both of them, this one came as a shock. This one came as a shock on Kaido's side. They both really care about their subordinates. And I say this again, this came as a shock because if you just listened just a while ago, I said Kaido doesn't care about his crew. So in the later chapters, around 990 or 991, correct me if I'm wrong, Kaido literally jumped and tried to protect Jack from certain death. That was going to be delivered, obviously, by Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. To me, that was a shock because Kaido is all about you have to be strong to be my crew. And Kaido was like, he is one of my handpicked. So I was like really shocked. I was really shocked by that moment. And then as a result, I was even more shocked by the following statement he said when he actually consoled Jack and told him he tried or he can, but they're just stronger. So I was like, okay, Kaido actually really cares about Jack and really cares about his crew, but he just wants his crew to be stronger. So that really shocked me. I was shocked. And on the Oden side, if you don't believe Oden does not care for his crew, Oden literally boiled for a whole hour, carrying his whole posse on top of him, protecting them for a whole hour. If you don't think that is care, I don't know what is. I seriously do not know what is. So, guys, the fifth and final point I have. This one is more weirder than the last one. Way, way, way more weird. It's about their kids. So, um, so starting with Oden's son, Momonosuke. Momonosuke ate a devil fruit, a defective devil fruit made by Vegapunk that made him turn into a dragon. And going to Kaido's daughter. Kaido's daughter wants to be Oden. So, guys, if this is not weird, I don't know what is. Like, it's really weird that the fact that Momonosuke can turn into the person who killed his dad. And it's even weirder that Yamato wants to become somebody his dad has killed. And at first that really annoyed me. But in the later chapters, I'm starting to like Yamato. And I'm starting to really feel her. And I really want her to be in the crew right now because I'm really digging the vibe she's giving off. I'm really digging the charisma she's putting off. Okay, guys, now that's it for the parallels. If you have more, you can literally flood the comment section. I don't mind with them. Now, I said I'm going to talk about who I think would have won the battle. So, the first thing, guys, we have to talk about is the fact that Oden was no pushover. Even Roger himself was like, yo, Gabon, Rayleigh, hold up, bros, hold up. I don't want you guys to be hurt. And took it upon himself to actually engage Oden. And I know, guys, because I was one of the most disappointed people, like, when I saw the fight in chapter 970, I thought it was going to be like a one-way with Kaido destroying Oden. I was really shocked, although I actually saw the panels before, like, Oden is really strong, Oden is a monster. It was hyped up throughout, but either way, the narrator, like, literally gave me that vibe that, yo, Kaido is undefeatable. And with that, I really thought Kaido would have won. But as I said before, Oden was no pushover. So to talk about the fight directly, I think the fight would have taken easily days upon days. If Sakazuki and Kuzan took 10 days, I think that would literally also be around the same point because these two have super endurance. The fact that Oden was able to last about an hour boiling, and the fact that Kaido literally fell from the Sky Island, literally tried to kill himself and fell from a Sky Island and just came out with a headache. That tells you everything about these two, that they are super strong. So I don't really think that small glitch gives Oden the W. Gives Oden the W everybody's talking about. So for me, I feel like Kaido could have won this. Kaido could have won this. Kaido should have won this fight. And I repeat, Kaido should have won this fight. I know people will be on the fact that Kaido was scarred by Oden. Guys, scarring is nothing in One Piece. Whitebeard literally got hundreds upon hundreds of scars, literally got his head blown off, but he was still kicking. So basically, I'll be doing another video just discussing the fight alone. I'll be doing another video. I promise I'll do that video, because I don't want to make this video super long, because I was not even talking about the fight. I was not even meant to talk about the fight, but I felt like talking about the fight. So yeah, that's all. So please guys, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and see you in the